As part of We the People, celebrating 250 years, here's This Day in History.
Counting down to America's 250th birthday in what? About a month from now, right?
It's coming up.
A little more than a month. We are celebrating our We the People series, people, places, and things of the past that have shaped our country into what it is today. And we are talking about a legend, an icon here in Wisconsin.
Yeah, on this day, June 1st, 1965, legendary Packers player and head coach Curly Lambeau passed away at the age of 67. Lambeau is known as the guiding force behind the creation and survival of the Packers franchise in Green Bay, the NFL's smallest market. Lambeau was the team's running back for the first 3 seasons in semi-pro leagues, but became the franchise's coach when they began playing in the NFL. Over Lambeau's 29 years in charge of green and gold, the team was widely successful, winning 6 championships and over 200 games. Curly Lambeau was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1963, and the team's stadium was renamed Lambeau Field in 1965. Lambeau would play 77 games for the Packers from 1921 to 29, appearing at both quarterback and halfback. That's this day in history for June 1st.
Yeah, that name Lambeau just associated with toughness and winning, grit, right? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of Packers legends have iconic things named after them. Lambeau Field.
Yeah.
Of course, the Super Bowl trophy is named after another one.
Yeah. Green Bay Packers, lots of history. All right, Phoebe, over to you.